Hello again! Doc on the clock with more 48-hour contest by MAG48HMML. So, having acquired beat, and you can see we have the beat attack, we now can do a bunch of more stuff. And this bottom row, this is for quests. The Liz Pippi is a noble cause of building a kingdom for all bird kind, but he needs bolts in order to do that. Yep, our quests will show up down here. Now let's talk things. Helipon, the shops on this ship accept bolts from the simulations. Suppose you could say that the bolts are virtual currency. You better head to the simulation and start destroying some enemies. Remember, drop till you shop. Yeah, we will be doing that, but not right now. There's an Imorn. Time for my daily stretches. Work that butt. I do not need any information about worm butts, thank you. And here's a fancy fish. I don't have any real responsibilities on this ship. I'm just a figurehead. Let's go for a swim. Let's not go for a swim. Ryder Joe, I'm listening to a secret pirate radio show. I've got to stay informed about pirate stuff if I'm going to defend the ship. Did you know whistling on a ship is bad luck because it frightens the invisible flying manatees that power the sails? It's a fact. I think you may need to check the source of that information. But yes, if you fall into the water, Beat will just come rescue you. And now we can go into this one. And here's Kara. Positive encouragement is so important. I'm always here if you'd ever need a kind word. I don't know why I would need that, but I might. Anyway, here is a quest. So I wanted to hold off on that until this episode. Just because things were already running along. This is bad. Oh, Mega Man, perfect timing. There's a problem happening in my room. Well, you see, my family has had this amulet thingy that's been passed down through the generations. But ever since I got it, creepy stuff has been happening to me. I think a curse was placed on it or something. A cursed amulet? That's just silly. And because of this stupid cursed amulet, my TV went crazy and is rampaging in my room. Do you think you could stop it, preferably without hitting the TV? I don't want to have to pay a repair fee. I'll move out of the way so you can take a look. So, we gotta go in the room and solve the problem. The problem is this TV. It's jumping around. And you might notice that this pattern is unpleasantly familiar. So yes, we're fighting Quickman, except he's a TV. And also a Rotom. Yeah, I've seen that ghost. The goal is to try and... The goal is to hit the Rotom and not the TV. It's harder than it looks. Damage is not an issue, it really can't hurt you, but all the bouncing around makes it very difficult to actually hit this frickin' Rotom. And it starts shooting shots at you, that just makes things a little bit more annoying. Well, we finally got it. The Rotom turns into a Met and then disappears. And the TV's stuck in front of the door, but we can get out anyway. And Josephine is happy. You got rid of the ghost? Ugh, thank you so much. Please just take this awful amulet. I'm sick of having some hex placed on me. And we get a cursed amulet. Supposedly cursed amulet that's been passed down the Shores family for generations, but ghosts don't exist, right? If you don't want it, just throw it into the ocean or something. I just want to be rid of it. Thanks for the help, though. And yes, that is an item. Specifically, it's junk. And that's a completed quest, too. And here's sniper armor. I'm not a staff member, but I've met everyone and been everywhere on the ship. Need help with anything? Well, this talks about a few different things that we can look at. Bolt spending. The Bird King. He tells us where to go, too, but I'm bad with directions, so I'll just wander around and find it later. So we can spend bolts on a few things. The Bird King, that's the quest. Nuo and Bolo at the Double Action Boutique. Interesting, nuts and bolts. But yes, buying costumes will cost bolts. Play the memory game on the Sky Deck. I haven't seen the Sky Deck yet, but I'm sure we'll get there soon. One passenger is selling some rare goods. Go right, check the door near the ladder. It might be locked, though. That will probably come later. Another passenger has something special you could buy, but also not for right now. So yeah, even though we don't have a shop, we still have plenty of things to spend bolts on. EWM tanks. Mad Grinder will give you E-tanks and W-tanks. We'll go see him in a moment to see what he's about. And then there's an emergency M-tank dispenser up in another part. And, of course, there's plenty of, I don't know if I'd say plenty, but there's tanks in the levels, too. And if you're not sure what to do next, that's mostly talking about the simulations. And then there's, we also have Base, who's up a little while up further. And then, passengers have things for you to do. The Junk Golem will talk about them, apparently. But, yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. This door is now open. Here is the aforementioned Junk Golem. Have you heard the latest gossip? The Bird King keeps asking everyone for donations. Wants to open a magic kingdom or something. Why not sell that giant sword? So yeah, that's a quest hint. But we already know about that quest, so it doesn't help us much. And in here, we have a truck. I don't know what I expected. How did you even get in here? Not my purpose to find out. Hi, Base. Are you going to be a jerk? This way leads to Tier 11, the Sky Deck, which is reserved for the best simulations. I've got no respect for anyone who goes there before meeting all the other tiers. Are you even worthy? You haven't even finished Tier 1. Go throw yourself off the ship, you poser. Yep, he's going to be a jerk. But nuts that, we're going to walk past him. Talk to Propeller IT. This is the elevator to Tier 11. Nobody made a sign, so I've been pulled away from my normal duties to tell you. Whatever, this lets me put off cleaning the cabin toilets until we return to port next month. Ew. You gotta take a month to clean the toilets? No, thank you. How did you get in here? But yes, here's Mad Grinder. I've been stockpiling E-tanks and W-tanks like crazy. People need them, you can't buy them anywhere on the ship. I'm willing to give you some tanks for free, but only if you're doing enough things around the ship to need them. Things like helping people out and taking on challenges. Things like finishing simulations. The more you do, the more I help. Right now, I think you should be carrying 0 E-tanks and 0 W-tanks. That's why I didn't put any tanks in the box. Come back later, though. So yeah, that box will be holding the tanks. But what I think he does, I haven't really had the chance to test, but what I think he does is he just tops you off to a certain level. So, like, if he thinks I should be carrying 3 and 3, he'd give me 1 and 1 because I have 2 and 2. That's my presumption. Money can't buy back your youth when you're old, or a friend when you're lonely, or love that's grown cold. Deep thoughts from Lyric. What's in these crates, you ask? Okay, you've already talked about the blue ones. I'm pretty sure you talked about other colors at some point. I guess we'll have to go back later. Oh, yeah, we already talked to you. Gotten your coffee yet? Nope. So we'll take a quick jaunt over to Joseph and see if he has anything to say about this amulet. Hey, where'd you get that amulet-looking thing? I got it from one of the tourists here after I helped her. She said it was cursed somehow. But I think some weird program must have been inside it instead. I saw this thing that looked like a map. The reason I asked is because that thing's emitting a ton of radio waves. I'm gonna make an educated guess here and say that this thing isn't an amulet at all. Maybe it was some old spy tool or something. Whatever it was, it's broken now. Not sure what you mean by program, though. You make it sound like there was some computer virus. I don't know if I refer to Rotom as that, but then again, I'm not sure I wouldn't. As far as I know, radios don't get viruses. That or I'm behind the times. I could try to fix up that spy tool if I had some old radio parts or something, though. Hint, hint. That amulet will need to be combined with radio parts. I haven't gotten far enough in the game to know what those are, where those are, so we'll just find out later. Technically, I'm the short excursion manager, but no one's ever explained what I'm supposed to do. I guess I'll keep encasing passengers in bubbles and sending them on excursions back to Shore. And we're in a bubble. Gotta jump a few times or shoot a few times to get out. This must be the wheelhouse. It's best not to bother the captain right now. We tossed the least popular simulations overboard. They landed in the lifeboats below, so you can still try them. Yep, so that's where we're going for Tier 1. But we're not doing Tier 1 at the moment. We're going here, to Docron Hatch. I knew it. I knew you'd try to talk to me. Everyone thinks I'm just a hole in the ceiling, but you see my true value. I'm a suspicious hole in the ceiling. In fact, I'm an emergency M-Tank dispenser. If I detect that a big showdown is about to happen on the ship, I'll release an M-Tank for you. That's the only thing that qualifies as an emergency, however. My programming is oddly specific. Don't forget about me. And we now have an M-Tank. Fantastic. So, let's go here, as I promised before. Hello? Wow! Bad move. If this was a real war zone, your face would have been blasted off by now. Pardon? Kid, do you know we're in a battlefield? I don't mean just the ship. Our entire world right now is a battlefield. Every week that wily lunatic attacks. And the world pays hard for it, just waiting for that blue kid to stop him. You're not wrong, but... Sir, are you aware that... Oh, never mind. That's right, shut your mouth. I'm the one in charge here, and you don't get to speak, and you earn the right to speak. You know where I come from? Albania. The island's full of all kinds of crazy animals that'll try to rip you apart. If that's a reference to something, I don't know what. Don't you think if everyone trained as I have, we wouldn't need no darn Mega Man? What do you think, kid? Well, Ah! You don't get to speak until you earn the right to speak, soldier! Welcome to Special Weapon Boot Camp. Like it or not, you will call me Sarge. I know about all kinds of weapons, and my simulations will teach you the basics of the ones you have. But don't you think you can just try them for the sake of it and call yourself an expert? Got that? Your simulations not fair will be your real training. And I'll be looking at that data when you least expect it. Then I'll see if you're truly worth the metal you are made with, or if you're really just a walking toaster. Says the guy who looks much more like a toaster than I do. You got that, you... I would have a nickname for you. How about Green Maggot? Now try my tutorials or scram! Green? Is he colorblind? Is that why he doesn't realize I'm Mega Man? What a weird guy. Hey, at least he didn't call you Quint. Anyway, out and back in. because we have this guy. Wheeler the Gear. Sarge taught me all about the weapon wheel. Sir, would you like to quiz me on it, sir? So, basics of the weapon wheel. I'm not going to go through all this. But hold your weapon wheel button and then press the directional thing, whatever you're using for direction, to go to it. I was pretty sure I had that set. Let's make sure it should be on. There we go. Weapon wheel. And for some reason my controller just went foobar. Okay, well if the weapon wheel is going to do that to me, then I'm probably not going to use it very much. But you can change what weapons you put on the weapon wheel. And that's about it. It works just like the one in episode 0 did, except a lot of stuff is pre-assigned, as you can see.